There are few things more rewarding than saving an animal from being killed simply because there was no one to care for them. Thousands do it every year here on the Suncoast by adopting a pet. And now a group we know and love is doing their part to help save more animals' lives. Mark Shambour is here to tell us about K9 Korral to the rescue. Mark, thank you for being here, and we should say thanks for celebrating 4 years with us on Suncoast
4
View.
years, I can't believe I rambled that much.
And you brought Spencer,
I brought Spencer
in his
yeah.
sweater. Now, all right, speaking of celebrating, before we talk about the great work that you are launching at K9 Korral, you had some of your friends celebrating with you at Doggy Daycare on New Year's Eve.
Yeah, it started out with a photo shoot, and where it went from there, you're going to see here in just a minute. There
So
it
you
is.
had the dogs. You had the dogs over the holiday.
This was a photo shoot. That's Mega right there. And then after that, we cut it for the day. And this seemed to happen around 10 o'clock at night, it looked like. And there's like midnight.
I see the bottle on the floor.
The lights went out. They're having a good old time. And there, of course, is the morning. And here's the photo shoot the next day.
Oh my!
That's funny.
I need a hair of the dog.
A little hungover, I think.
All in good fun, the photo shoot. I know that you do
Yes.
great work and you take care of so many dogs here on the Suncoast. So we, of course, know you for your training and your daycare, but you are launching something new. Tell us about the new rescue organization and how it helps with the behind the scenes with dog adoption.
One of the things that I found is that working with our nonprofit rescues is that they don't have a place for the dogs. And what we're doing, K9 Korral to the Rescue, is separate from our business, and it is a place, our mission is to temporarily house dogs for these rescues. So we're going to be a network with the other nonprofit rescues. We've just started, and the idea is to be able to be an extension of their fostering so that they can pull a dog, we can keep it temporarily until they find another foster or until the dog gets adopted.
Oh, good.
So help us understand, for those who aren't familiar with the process, because I didn't realize that there was this need for dogs to be housed outside of the organizations. Tell us the places from which dogs are typically adopted now.
Well, when you think about it, there's very few shelters. We have our county shelter, which is Animal Services in Sarasota County and Manatee County. And my hat's off to them because they're the ones that have to do the strays, the cruelty cases. They're the ones that have to do the enforcement. So that's really a lot of tough work, but they do have shelters. Now then you get into your nonprofits, which have a facility. Now those are going to be like the Greyhound Rescue, maybe you've heard of Honor Rescue, Nate's Honor Rescue, Dante's Den, Satchels, and then also you have the Humane Society in Manatee and Sarasota County. The thing here is that people think you take the strays to the Humane Society, you take them to Animal Services. If you do an odor surrender at the Humane Society, a lot of times you have to make an appointment and there is a fee to surrender the dog.
Okay.
So keep in mind that strays go to the county shelter. Then you have the nonprofits that do not have a shelter. These are the ones that are out there pulling these dogs that are going to be euthanized on the euthanasia list, or they're pulling them from Animal Services. The county is a lot of access to where a lot of these people these organizations pull the dogs. And that's where we come in, because we'll probably work more with, as we have in the past, with the nonprofits that have to foster. They're foster-based, and what happens is the volunteers are the ones that house these dogs until they get adopted, because they have no place to put them.
So it sounds like it's easy to run out of space for these organizations.
Very
so
easy.
explain why fostering is important to the rescue of these
Well,
organizations.
the thing you want to remember is that if they don't have a place to pull the dog, that dog is going to get euthanized. And what happens is Sarasota and Manatee they're not considered high-kill county shelters, but you do have them in Georgia, anywhere in the states of Florida. There's a lot of counties that have high-kill shelters.
And
I mean,
time is so important, and that's one of the things you can help with.
Sometimes it's just hours. And what happens is a Facebook or email post will go out to the nonprofit rescues or anybody that's willing to do it, and you have to look at these pictures. And the reality is that normally your average person is just going to see a dog up for adoption. But there's these men and women that are volunteering their time to transport these dogs back and forth. We want to be an extension of fostering so they can take that dog, and say, hey, I got a dog, can you foster it for a short period of time until I get a
And that can
permanent home?
mean the difference for the dog, absolutely.
It could be life or death.
This is a great thing that you're launching. Thank you for all of your work. K9 Korral to the rescue. For more information about all of your pet needs, including daycare and boarding, and to learn more about this new service that K9 Korral is offering to the community, you can visit their website, k9korralsrq.com. All right, coming up next, Manatee School of the Arts brings us a musical preview of the hit musical Chicago.